The third part to our propane series is going to be dealing with an issue that you might be having on your propane furnace, on your RV or your camper. There's a couple of different things we're going to talk about. Some of them are going to be involved just checking the battery on your camper, because that's where your propane furnace is going to get its ignition from. Another thing is going to be going back to and checking that propane, make sure you do have propane in your tanks. I know it sounds simple, but it is a real issue. And then the third thing we're going to check is the components on the furnace itself. Now, the first thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to locate your furnace. And now this may be a factor determining whether or not you're going to be able to work on the furnace itself. For example, this is my camper and my furnace is behind here, and I've tried to get to it before, and I just have to take 4 screws out of here and I can remove these louvers, but the controls to the furnace itself are still on the side. So I am not able to make any checks on that. So that's why if I ever had any issues with my furnace on my camper, I'm going to be taking it to a shop to have them check it out, because they have the tools and stuff to be able to get back there and check everything out. The other place where your propane furnace can be located is from the outside of your RV. So to show you the components on the inside, we'll go ahead and take off the 4 screws on the cover. Yours might be a little different. It may have additional screws that you may have to remove in order to get this cover off. Now that we've got the cover off, we can look on the inside to look for visual damage to see whether or not we've got issues. So on the inside, you'll have the sail switch, you'll have the actual propane orifice itself, and then the ignition source. What you guys will be checking for is for things to be unplugged or loose, any connections that may be loose or disconnected, because your RV does bounce down the road. It is possible, but you want to just check for anything visually that looks like it's wrong and make those connections if they did come disconnected, or make sure to check in your owner's manual to see where everything is supposed to be. So when it comes to anything being physically wrong with your propane furnace itself, we do recommend having a professional take a look at it and perhaps fixing it for you to prevent further damage to your RV or your heater itself. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.